Hello, hello, good morning. Oh, it's a stream. It is indeed. Hi, good morning, Momo. How's life going? I think I started on the time that I said I would start on, so I'm proud of myself for that. Um, yeah, and I also have I would say a good news because yesterday I was like, I am going to try my best to work on that pending course project that I need to work on, and I'll be honest, I've been working on it for at least 2.5 months. Let's say 2 months. So, yeah, it was something that was like weighing me down. And yesterday, after some soul searching, um, oh, okay, go ahead. Good morning to you too. And then, yeah, after some soul searching, I was able to agree with myself that I can send it not good enough. Like, well, actually, just good enough, but not great. So I did that, and I am going to check for feedback because it's not going to be the final version. But now that I have sent this project, I can start the next one because there is a deadline. There's a hard deadline. And if I don't finish the course project, basically I wasted money on it because I don't get the certificate. So there is that. That is something that I for sure I'm planning to also do today. Like I am currently on emergency mode regarding that course. Yes. So wish me luck on that. And yeah, it is a Saturday. I think I don't have anything else because oh wow. I checked the date. It's mid-February already. Yeah. And I think it's raining. Huh. Nice. um I don't think I have many things to say. Yesterday was a lovely day and I took a picture of the sky and put it on Instagram. Um yeah. Okay. Do we start already? Why not? We have a new unit and we can start the new unit. Unit 5. We finished this. I'm not going to take it again. 75%. Lovely. If it's a passing score, then that's it. All right. About this unit. Oh no. We can write linear equations in different forms to reveal different features of scenarios they describe. Let's get clever. I can try, but I don't do it intentionally. Okie doke. Things are things. Alrighty, okay.
There's a lot of different ways that you can represent a linear.
So, oh yeah, this is dark because he hasn't written anything down yet. Um, so we know that YouTube has made a lot of changes on videos, and one of them is you basically cannot open an embedded YouTube video unless you're in the YouTube app. It's like, are you a bot? I need to make sure that you're signed in and all of that. Even like Instagram link to a YouTube video normally doesn't open for me. I don't know if that's the case to anybody else. And like here normally it checks if the YouTube video is able to play. If not, then it goes to the server video. And I noticed that right away. It's been going to the server video for like the past, I can say, month or something. So yeah. And also not allowing background play, that hit me so hard because I normally listen to YouTube on background. And now I've been like clambering, is that a word? Trying to find my favorite things that I listen to on YouTube podcast style because some of them do have it, some of them don't. Yeah, like for example, The Rest is Science is also a podcast. I thought it's only a video series. Um, yeah, life is difficult out here. Now I have to, uh, ooh, way too many things. Like just now, I woke up. I always have something in my ear. I was listening to Lateral, the podcast, the latest episode. What do you listen to? Um, yeah, like I listen to things that are videos, but like long. Anything over like 20 to 30 minutes, it becomes automatically a listen content. Oh my god, that's so sweet. I think yeah, because I feel like I'm a passive watcher of this content, but like you're currently commenting, so chatting, so that's an active participation. But yeah, those changes in YouTube is like it feels not with the user in mind, you know. It feels not nice. We'll see how it goes. Anyways.
Linear equation. There's a lot of different ways that you can represent a linear equation. So for example, if you had the linear equation y is equal to 2x.
We appreciate that, Aaron, on the YouTube side, keeping Botrix company. And Botrix will keep you company. But actually it's not like ReadyBot that can answer your questions right away. Yeah.
X plus 3. That's one way to represent it. But I could represent this in an infinite number of ways. I could, let's see, I could subtract 2x from both sides. I could write this as negative 2x plus y is equal to 3. I could manipulate it in ways where I get it to, and I'm not going to do it right now, but this is another way of writing that same thing. Y minus 5 is equal to 2 times x minus 1. You could actually simplify this, and you could get either this equation here or that equation up on top. These are all equivalent. You can get from one to the other with logical algebraic operations. So there's an infinite number of ways to represent a given linear equation. But what I want to focus on in this video is this representation in particular, because this one is a very useful representation of a linear equation. And we'll see in future videos, this one and this one can also be useful depending on what you are looking for. But we're going to focus on this one. And this one right over here, it's often called slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. And hopefully in a few minutes, it will be obvious why it is called slope-intercept form. And before I explain that to you, let's just try to graph this thing.
So this one tells us what y-intercept is, and then if we write it x equals, that will tell us what x-intercept is, right? So we can have two different slope-intercept forms. Question mark at the end. I'm asking a question, but it sounded like a sentence. Slope-intercept form is what ski jumpers use. Oh yeah, okay. Right. So what they're wearing or how they're moving, because form means the shape of a thing and not a uniform, right? Hi Drew, how's the day going?
I'm going to try to graph it. I'm just going to plot some points here. So x, comma y, and I'm going to pick some x values where it's easy to calculate the y values. So maybe the easiest is if x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, then 2 times 0 is 0. That term goes away, and you're only left with this term right over here. Y is equal to 3.
Yep.
Y is equal to 3.
And if y is 0, x is 3 divided by 2 because, nope, wait, negative. Has to be negative, yeah.
And so if we were to plot this, actually let me start plotting it. So that is my y-axis. And let me do the x-axis. So that can be my x. Oh, that's not
a bit skewed.
as straight as I would like it. So that looks pretty good. All right, that is my x-axis, and let me mark off some hash marks here. So this is x equals 1, x equals 2, x equals
Everything I say makes sense, of course. Yes, indeed.
3. This is y equals, let me do this, y equals 1, y equals 2, y equals 3, and obviously I can keep going. This would be y is equal to negative 1. This would be x is equal to negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, so on and so forth. So this point right over here, 0, comma 3, this is x is 0, y is 3. Well, the point that represents when x is equal to 0 and y equals 3, we're right on the y-axis. If they have a line going through it and this line contains this point, this is going to be the y-intercept. So one way to think about it, the reason why this is called slope-intercept form, is it's very easy to calculate the y-intercept. The y-intercept here is going to happen when it's written in this form. It's going to happen when x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 3. It's going to be this point right over here. So it's very easy to figure out the intercept, the y-intercept, from this form. Now you might be saying, oh, well, it says slope-intercept form. It must also be easy to figure out the slope from this form. And if you made that conclusion, you would be correct. And we're about to see that in a few seconds. So let's plot some more points here. And I'm just going to keep increasing x by 1. So if you increase x by 1, so we could write that our delta x, our change in x, delta Greek letter, this triangle's Greek letter delta represents change in. Change in x here is 1. We've just increased x by 1. What's going to be our corresponding change in y? What's going to be our change in y? So let's see. When x is equal to 1, you have 2 times 1.
Y is 5.
Plus 3 is going to be 5. So our change in y is going to be 2. Let's do that again. Let's increase our x by 1. Change in x is equal to 1. So then if we're going to increase by 1, we're going to go from x equals 1 to x equals 2. Well, what's our corresponding change in y? Well, when x is equal to 2, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Well, our change in y is equal to 2. We went from 5. When x went from 1 to 2, y went from 5 to 7.
So that's like the normal rate, because 2 times x plus 3. Wait, is that the normal rate? Let's continue.
So for every 1 that we increase x, y is increasing by 2. So for this linear equation,
Oh, right. We have the like the first number, and then we have the, obviously this is the slope. Right. Right, because y equals mx plus b. Oh, okay.
our change in y over change in x is always going to be, our change in y is 2 when our change in x is 1, or it's equal to 2. Or we could say that our slope is equal to 2. And let's just graph this to make sure that we understand this. So when x equals 1, y is equal to 5. And actually, we're going to have to graph 5 up here.
I remember when I was in high school, I don't know, like 10th grade or 11th, probably 11th, maybe 10th. I'm not sure. I remember loving the mx plus b equation, but now I don't remember why I loved it, but I remember loving it. But now I just don't even remember. Before, like, studying Khan Academy, I wouldn't have been able to use it, you know?
So when x is equal to 1, y is equal to, and actually this is a little bit higher. Let me clean this up a little bit. So this one, let me erase that a little bit, just like that. So that's y is equal to 4, and this is y is equal to 5. So when x is 1, y is equal to 5. So it's that point right over there. So our line is going to look, you only need 2 points to define a line. Our line is going to look like, let me do this in this color right over here. Our line is going to look like, let me see if I can.
It's going to look again
completely at scale, but it's going to look something like this. This is the line. This is the line. Y is equal to 2x plus 3. And we already figured out that its slope is equal to 2. When our change in x is 1, our change in y is 2. If our change in x was negative 1, if our change in x was -1, our change in y is -2. And you could see that if from 0 we went down 1, if we went to -1, then what's our y going to be? 2 times -1 is -2 plus 3 is 1. So we see that the point 1, or the point -1 comma 1 is on the line as well. So the slope here, our change in y or change in x, if we're going from between any 2 points on this line, is always going to be 2. But where did you see 2 in this original equation? Well, you see the 2 right over here. And when you write something in slope-intercept form, where you explicitly solve for y is equal to some constant times x to the first power plus some other constant, the second one is going to be your intercept, your y-intercept, or it's going to be a way to figure out the y-intercept. The intercept itself is this point, the point at which the line intersects the y-axis. And then this 2 is going to represent your slope. And that makes sense, because every time you increase x by 1, you're going to multiply that by 2, so you're going to increase y by 2. So this is just a kind of a get your feet wet with the idea of slope-intercept form, but you'll see, at least for me, this is the easiest form for me to think about what the graph of something looks like. Because if you were given another linear equation, let's say y is equal to negative x plus 2. Well, immediately you say, okay, look, my y-intercept is going to be the point 0, 2. So I'm going to intersect the y-axis right at that point. And then I have a slope of, the coefficient here is really just -1. So I have a slope of -1. So as we increase x by 1, we're going to decrease y by 1. Increase x by 1, you're going to decrease y by 1. If you increase x by 2, you're going to decrease y by 2. And so our line is going to look something like this. Let me see if I can draw it relatively neatly. It's going to look something. I can do it a little bit better than that. It's my graph paper is hand drawn. It's not
very useful, and I am like thinking. I feel like I could not get a handle on this equation in the previous unit, even though we were using it, and I was not able to use it to solve the problems. Like I would use the table or the graph because those felt like I can see it, but I could have also used, like when it says, like it starts with a constant and then it increases by this much. We could have written that in this equation form, couldn't we, right? We could have, right? I'm not 100% sure, honestly, but like it feels like we could.
Not ideal, but I think you get the point. It's going to look something like that. So from slope-intercept form, very easy to figure out what the y-intercept is, and very easy to figure out the slope. The slope here is -1. That's this -1 right over here. And the y-intercept is the point 0, 2. Very easy to figure out because essentially that gave you the information right there.
Yep. Next up, an article. All right, what you should be familiar with before taking this lesson. You should know that what two variable linear equations are, especially you should know the graph of such equations is a line. You should be familiar with the following properties. I mean, we came through the other lesson. I think we're good. That's a long one. Okay. So, what we will learn in this lesson, what is the slope-intercept form of two variable linear equations, how to find the slope and the y-intercept with a line from its slope-intercept equation, how to find the equation of a line given its slope, and I mean, yeah, those sound nice. What is a slope-intercept form? A slope is a specific form of linear. Doesn't it feel like it's a bit small? It feels a bit small for my eyes. And yes, I'm not wearing my glasses. My real glasses. Slope-intercept is a specific form of linear equation. It has the following general structure. Drumroll, really? Drumroll? Y is mx plus b. here m and b can be any two real numbers. For example, these are linear equations in the slope-intercept form, just like number x plus number. You can see that this is just turned around. Negative 100x plus 10 is basically it. Wait, what? What did it say? This, and yeah, I mean, who cares? You can just rewrite it. On the other hand, these linear equations are not slope-intercept form, but you can make it. You can just move this to the other side, have it be negative, solve for this, move that negative. There's a number next to y. I mean, you could just solve for it again. Slope-intercept is the most prominent form of linear equation. Let's dig deeper to learn why this is so. Okay. The coefficient in the slope-intercept form, besides being neat and simplified, slope-intercept form's advantage is that it, honestly, I think we have learned not as much history on just like graphs and using x's and y's, but I can see why someone would use a graph, but like, how do you get to the point of using a graph, you know? Like, without even knowing anything about it. You're like, I just need to visualize it. And that's really cool, you know? Humans are cool. Is that it has two main features, the slope and the y-intercept. So here's an example, all right? Okay, so you're gonna ask me a question from here or another thing. What is the slope of the line represented by this? The slope is a 5 here. Thank you. What is the slope of a line that looks like this? It is just the number 1. And then, what is the y-intercept of a line that is represented by this? It is negative 11. And then y-intercept of this line that looks like this, 0. Y-intercept is 0. Huh. And slope here is negative 8. And which lines have y-intercept at? 4. Just 4. Wait, no, give me a sec. Slope and intercept. Then this one. Okay. And this one. Oh, check all that apply. Yeah, our plus 4s are that. Tamam. How many questions left? I'm tired. How do you find the slope of a line that is given? The slope is the first number that appears, is the coefficient next to x, regardless of order, obviously. Challenge problem. Wait, how long? How much is left? I need to check how much is left. Okay, a lot, but not too a lot. Oh, hi! Coffee's here. Today I made my coffee. Like, I've made it, it's nice. But I just realized it's a bit too warm. Like, too hot, I suppose. And I have it in a tumbler, so it's not cooling down. So, that is today's struggle. I don't like things to be too hot, and I cannot drink too cold water. Things have to be, like, relatively lukewarm, but, like, my coffee and my water would not be the same temperature, you know? But, like, room temperature water, that makes me the most happy. And, like, warm enough coffee or warm enough tea, that does not burn my tongue. Not 100 degrees, you know? It doesn't have to be that. Anyway, what temperature do you like your beverages to be? Because I drink iced coffee, but I cannot drink ice water. Does that make sense? I don't get myself sometimes. Anyway, which of these can be the equation of the line? Oh, above. There are no numbers there though. So our slope has to be 2. Sorry, I need to mute myself. Ooh, chat is agreeing with me. Hold up. 15.5? But like, do you? How do you know it's 15.5? Oh yes, that was a sneeze. Oh, I do multi-stream. Hello, Chaotic Diamond. Coffee that is not too hot tastes better. I mean, you can taste it. That's one thing. When things are too hot, it's just untastable. Like, I love tea, but when tea is too warm, it's not too warm, too hot. Also, hi, Chaotic Diamond. Welcome to the chat. What's up? So, which of these equations are of this line? First of all, coefficient is not positive. It is negative. So, either C or D. And then, because our y-intercept looks positive, I would not choose D. There we go. Negative slope. Yes, negative slope. Momo, we're learning. Can you see that? Hi, Balavino. What's your name? I go by CL. C and L. Because I know our brain is getting bigger. You can see there's a gap between my headphone and my head. I'm gonna fill that up tomorrow. Locked in, indeed. Yep. Maybe not tomorrow, but like I shall fill that gap. Yeah. I can just make the headphones smaller on my head, by the way, in the app. That was my trick. Oh, write an equation. We're going to write an equation. The slope is 10, y-intercept is negative 20. No. No? Huh. Sorry, no what? Did I ask a question? Whoops. Okay. The equation would be, I'm gonna write y equals, and then our slope is 10, so 10x, and then our y-intercept is negative 20, so that has to be it. Ooh, wow, I'm getting too good at this. Why does this work? Uh-oh, there's my pen. You might be wondering how it is in slope-intercept. How it is that in this form, m gives the slope and b gives the y-intercept. Honestly, the b part is easy because if you have anything multiplied by a variable, and if you give it 0, then it goes away. It's, well, yeah, it feels majestic, not magic. It's not magic in math. There's always justification. In this section, we will look at this property using the y equals 2x plus 1 as an example. All right. I feel like it's over explaining, but I'll allow it because I make way too many mistakes. YB gives the y-intercept. No, that one is not even a question because, yeah, the multiplication part. Because, oh, I forgot what it's called. There's a name in math where 0 is that thing in multiplication, and no, I'm wrong. 0 is that thing in addition, and 1 is that thing in multiplication, where it doesn't change the number. I don't know what it's called, though. We see that at y-intercept, 2x becomes 0. Yeah. Ym gives the slope. Yeah, I sort of have that question. But also, like, when you think about it, I don't know. Let's refresh our memories about what a slope exactly is. It's the ratio of the change in y over Oh, that helps. Change in x between any 2 points. If we take 2 points where the change in x is exactly 1 unit, then the change in y will be equal to... right, that makes sense. When x is 1, anything next to 1 would be what's changing to create y. So let's look at what happens. Oh, and that's why y is the denominator, the thing at the top of this anyway. Let's look at what happens to y in this equation. So we start off with 1, and our 1 is our... Where's 1? 1 plus. Okay. We start off with the intercept, and then just times that. We see at each time x increases by 1, y increases by 2. This is because x determines the multiple of 2 in the calculation of y. As stated above, the change in y, the change in y that corresponds to x increasing by 1 unit is equal to the slope of the line, and for that reason. Cool. Like, I get it, but also I probably, like, you see it in the solving, but can you replicate it? Maybe I couldn't, I couldn't proof it, even though there's this line that I'm not gonna click. Complete the equation of this. So our y-intercept is -3. Our slope, do I need to like create the slope? So there are 2 ways of creating the slope based on what I have in front of me. There's the pen. Does pen work? Pen, start working. Hi, pen works. Okay. There are 2 ways for me to figure out. I could just write the slope equation, or I could say, if I go back once, so that's 1, -1, change in x, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4 change in y. Our slope is positive, and our slope is 4. -4, -1 is just 4. So it would be 4x minus 3 is my answer to this equation. 4x -3. Oh, nice. Wow, we've come so far. Let me zoom out just a bit so that I can click on next. There's a video. Can I bring this thingy back? There it is. So now we did the article. All right, I'd like to do a quiz so that at least I keep my 1-week streak. So yeah, I think I'll be able to do that.
What I'd like to do in this video is a few more examples, recognizing the slope and y-intercept given an equation. So let's start with something that we might already recognize. Let's say we have something of the form y is equal to 5x plus 3. What is the slope and the y-intercept in this example here?
Slope is 5 and y-intercept is +3.
Well, we've already talked about that we can have something in slope-intercept form where it has the form y is, if we just look at b, is just going to be this constant term, plus 3. So b is equal to 3. So this is your y-intercept. So that's pretty straightforward, but let's see a few slightly more involved examples. Let's say if we had form y is equal to 5 plus 3x. What is the...
now slope is 3 and intercept is 5, but yeah.
Slope and the y-intercept in this, and this isn't 3, it comes first. You're just adding the term. And our y-intercept minus x. Pause this video and see if you can determine the slope and the y-intercept.
Slope is -1, intercept is 12.
All right, before the constant term. So we might want to do that over here. And so from this, you might immediately recognize, okay, y intercept is the same thing as negative 1x.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that we had the equation y is equal to 5x. What's the slope and y-intercept there?
I mean, we just solved it in the article. The intercept is 0 and slope is 5.
At first you might say, hey, this looks nothing like what we have up here. I only have one term on the right-hand side of the equality sign. Here I have 2. But you could just view this as 5x plus 0. And then it might jump out at you that our y-intercept is 0 and our slope is the coefficient on the x term. It is equal to 5. Let's do one more example.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we had y is equal to negative 7. What's the slope in y?
Ooh, that's nice. So negative 7 is our intercept and our slope is 0? So it's a line? Not vertical, but horizontal, right?
Y-intercept there. Well, once again, you might say, hey, this doesn't look like what we had up here. How do we figure out the slope or the y-intercept? But we could do a similar idea. We could say, hey, this is the same thing as y is equal to 0 times x minus 7. And so now it looks just like what we have over here, and you might recognize that our y-intercept is negative 7. Y-intercept is equal to negative 7, and our slope is a coefficient on the x term. It is equal to 0. And that makes sense. For a given change in x, you would expect 0 change in y, because y is always negative 7 in this situation.
Cool. We're just solving. How long is the video?
Let's do some practice examples from our...
So yeah, negative 4, negative 3. What else? Negative 4, basically. What else? Other examples? Intercept is negative 3, so it would be C. And but it didn't. Oh wait, what did I say? Negative 2. Okay, okay. I if I find something to be easy, I do tend to lose focus. And negative 3 is the slope, but negative 2 is the intercept, which would be D, last one. And then completing this equation where slope is 5 and intercept is 4 would be 5x plus 4. Yep. Plus 4, the end.
With your finger, and I always make the mistake of writing y equals, and I type in y equals 5x plus 4. No, just they already gave you the y equals right over there. But that's all you have to do. Recognize the slope, the y-intercept, and then remember.
And here is our quiz. I feel like today they don't look smug. They look at me expectantly. Yesterday they just looked too smug. Same face though. Complete the equation of lines whose y-intercept is 6 and slope is 3. It would be 3x plus 6 and check. Nice. What is the slope? Slope is 5 for 5x minus 1. And the intercept here, we have negative 7x minus 3. Intercept is negative 3 on the y side. Okay. And the intercept here for negative 3x is 0. No, we don't know x here. It wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Nice. I just gained my 2-week streak. That noise was because of that. Yay. Yay. Thank you. Linear equation word problems, as in like paragraph style problems.
When Quinn returned from vacation.
Good morning. Hi. Sahat Kumari. Hi, hello. Quinn returned from vacation.
He turned the heat back on in his home. He set the temperature as high as it could go.
Hello, hello. I'm not sure. Maybe you're answering to one of the things I said, but I don't know what you're saying by saying the reason is true. What was I saying? I forget everything I was saying the moment it comes out of my mouth.
Q represents the temperature in Quinn's home in degrees Celsius after T minutes. They say Q is equal to 15 plus 0.4 T. What was the temperature when Quinn returned from vacation? So pause this video and see if you can work this out on your own.
Okay, just give me a sec. So, came home from vacation, turned on the heat, turned AC, set temperature as high as it could go. Why would you do that? Maybe it was too cold. But like you came from outside, just keep your jacket on for 5 minutes while it gets a bit warmer, you know? Why do you want the electricity bill to go to the sky? Q represents the temperature in Quinn's home in degrees Celsius after T minutes. So, we probably, what was the temperature when, okay. So when Quinn returned from vacation, it was 15. That's our y-intercept. And, now it makes sense. Because we always get a number, it's like, at the beginning, it's like this, and then it increased or decreased at a constant rate. And that's the whole equation. God, why does it take me so long to understand? So when he returned home, it was this, and then it increased by this after T minutes. So that would be 15. And then how much does the temperature increase every minute? By 0.4 every one, you know, every unit. How much will the temperature increase if he left it for 20 minutes? So it would be y is temperature, T is time, so we have to like multiply it by 20 and solve for the whole thing. That's a fourth, right? Of 20 would be 5 plus, would it be 20 in 20 minutes? Hold up. I don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do this. Times 20. Oh, it's 8. Haha. 0.4 of 20 is 8 because 0.4 is not a fourth. It is, anyway, 8 plus 15 is 23, which means it's really cold. I mean, 15 is not that cold, but it's pretty cold. And we play the video.
All right, so they want to know the temperature, and you might get a little confused, say, hey, maybe T is for temperature. No, T is time in minutes. Temperature is Q. Q represents the temperature. So they really want to know is what was Q when Quinn returned from vacation? Well, right when Quinn returned from vacation, that is when T is equal to 0. So this is equivalent to saying, what is Q, our temperature, when 0 minutes have elapsed? Well, if you go back to this original equation, we see that Q is equal to 15 plus 0.4 times the amount of elapsed time in minutes. So that's times 0. So that's just going to be 15 degrees Celsius.
Yep.
If you're familiar with slope-intercept form, you could think of it as our temperature is equal to 0.4 times the elapsed time plus 15. So T equals 0, you're left with just this term, which in many cases we view as our y-intercept. What is going on right when we're just getting started, right when our horizontal variable is equal to 0. And our horizontal variable in this situation is elapsed time. How much does the temperature increase every minute? There's a couple of ways you could think about this. One, if you recognize this as slope-intercept form, you could see that 0.4 is the slope. So that says for every 1 minute change in time, you're going to have an increase in temperature by 0.4 degrees Celsius. So you could do it that way. You could try out some values. You could say, all right, let me think about.
No, I wouldn't go to the table now that I have the, yeah, you could just plot the whole thing.
what Q is going to be. 0.4
No.
times 1
No.
increased by 0.4 degrees Celsius. We get to 15
No.
temperature increase if Quinn leaves the heat on for 20 minutes. Pause the video and see if you can answer that. All right, now we have to be
My answer is 23, but I don't know if it's correct, so let's see.
careful here. They're not asking us what is the temperature after 20 minutes. They're saying how much will the temperature increase if he leaves the heat on for 20 minutes.
Huh? So we're not asking for the plus 15, we're just asking for the 8?
If we just want to know what is the temperature after 20 minutes, we would just say, okay, what is Q when T is equal to 20? So
The day a blind man sees, the first thing he throws away is the stick that has helped him all his life. What do we mean by that? Oh no! I threw away the table. I threw away the table because I understand the equation now. Oof. You know what? I will keep it. I love the table. I will keep it on a shelf without needing to use it. My stick, okay? I promise. I am like a pretty much, I wouldn't call myself a hoarder, but like I am the person who never throws things away. So even if I start seeing, I shall not throw things away. I'll just keep it as a memory. Thank you. Please do believe me in this.
So it'd be 15 plus 0.4 times 20. 0.4 times 20 is 8. 8 plus 15 is 23. So it's 23 degrees Celsius after 20 minutes. But that's not what they're asking us. They're asking how much will the temperature increase? Well, what did we start from? We started from 15 degrees Celsius, and now after 20 minutes, we have gone to 23 degrees Celsius. So we have increased by 8 degrees Celsius. Or another way to think about it, we have increased by this amount right over here. We started at 15, and after 20 minutes, we've increased by 0.4 times 20, which is 8 degrees Celsius. And we're done.
Nice. Okay. I don't love the fact that I would probably not understand this question, the one at the end. But now that I see it, if I see it next time, if the question asks how much has it versus how much will it? Eesh. Okay. Ready to practice. Why not? Harry took a loan from the bank. D represents Harry's remaining debt in dollars after T months. Harry. What was the size of Harry's loan? Well, 9,000 because what loan did Harry take out before the start of the year, like the start of time? And after T months, so in the first month he is planning to give it 200 back and so on, right? Okay, got it. A young sumo wrestler. Ooh. It just reminded me of the Ben 10 episode where he looks for a sumo wrestler card. Why do I know that? Was I obsessed with Ben 10 growing up? Yes, I was. Okay. Decided to go on a special diet to gain weight rapidly. W represents the wrestler's weight in kilograms as a function of time in months. Okay. How much weight do they gain every 2 months? So if the answer was how much weight they gain every month, the answer would have been 5.4. But every 2 months, we just have to calculate 5.4 times 2, which is 10.8. Oh, 10.8. I mean, it's weird to have the weight gaining be constant, but for the sake of the argument, let's keep it constant. Oh God. Sorry, it's supposed to be point and I put it as a star. Honestly, thank you for not having it be a problem and not like me losing the answer. Mr. Mole. Hey, Mr. Mole and his burrow. Now we get you, Mr. Mole. Didn't it start at -5? Left his burrow and started digging. Oh, left his burrow and started digging his way down. So he's starting anyway. A represents Mr. Mole's altitude to relative to the ground in meters after 2 minutes. How fast did he ascend? Negative 2.3 per minute, yeah. Negative 2.3. Because he started off at -7 for some reason. Shoot. Honestly, I'm really happy how it gives me, like, it's not an error. Well, it is an error. It did actually show up as error, but should not be negative. Whoops. Speed should not be negative. Anyway, we'll get the bonus question. It's fine. But the slope is negative, though, because it's going down. It does remind me of yesterday's problem, but, like, it was, I'm guessing, different, though, right? Charity organization is having a fundraiser. Oh, Project for Awesome has started. I was looking at the perks yesterday. I was not able to film a video for it, but I will support it with yeah. Pew represents the fundraiser's profit in dollars. If N tickets are sold, a negative profit means... Oh, I remember this question already. I know, it seems like only yesterday we had the last one. Last time I think I only ordered the digital stuff. This year I want to order some physical stuff as well. Because I have some of their stuff from previous years. And it's nice. It's a nice memory. Ooh, hi Noir. Long time no see, but like in a positive way, I swear. Yes, long time no see to you too. It's nice seeing you, basically. How's life been keeping you busy? Negative profit means the expenses exceed the income, which is a good thing. No, it's a bad thing. Expense exceeding the income is a bad thing. You have a job now. Congratulations. How's it going? Like settling into a job is a bit difficult, but you will settle and you will do great, inshallah. What are the expenses of the fundraiser? So we have tickets. So the expenses, if I just put it positively, yeah, I wouldn't say negative $1,500. Yeah. Enjoying it a lot. That's amazing. Congratulations. Hold up. What are you working at, you said? I can see the chat, half of it. Oh, data science. Scientist. Kind of applied scientist role. That's amazing. I love working with data. I love data. It's so messy. It messes with your brain, and then when you solve it, it's like the best feeling ever. So it's a love-hate relationship, but like a lot of love, some hate. Yep. Like messy data is the worst thing, and when you untangle it, it's the best thing. So, yeah. A paintball court charges an initial entrance fee plus a fixed price per ball. P represents the total price in dollars as a function of the number of balls used. So what is the price for 10 balls, not including the entrance fee? So we just say 0.8 times, what was the question? 10. Oh, 80. Haha. 8, not 80. Oh God, my math is struggling. That's a cute emoji. So just 8. Price of 10 is 8. Not including the entrance fee. That was very loud. Sorry about that. Nice. Lesson 2. I do want to go to lesson 2, but I also want to see how long it is. Looks short enough. And there's a quiz. So my goal is to be live for the next, like, 30 minutes. Let's see if we can get to quiz 1. Yeah, that is my goal for right now.
We are asked to graph y
Whoa, this is one of the old videos that was probably filmed on a Nokia.
is equal to 1/3 x minus 2. Now, whenever you see an equation in this form, this is called slope-intercept form.
So our y-intercept, let me try and do it, and if I can solve it before him, I mean not before him, but like if I can solve it, then I can skip it. Our intercept is -2, so right here. I would say, instead of saying where x is 1, I would say where x is 3. So I would put x as 3 and then solve this to get the y, because the intercept looks annoying and I don't want it. In that case, we would get 1 minus 2. So we get -1. When x is 3, 1, 2, 3, we get -1. And this is what it should look like. Should I get myself a line? Let me get myself a line. I can do this. Come on. There we go. A line. And then I should be able to just draw the line like this. Is that what it would look like? Maybe. Let's play it and see if that's true.
And the general way of writing it is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope, and here in this case, m is equal to -2. And you know that b is the y-intercept, because we know that the y-intercept occurs when this form. It's actually fairly straightforward to graph. Try evaluating or try solving for y when x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, this term change in y for I will change by 1. So let me graph that. If this must also be a point on the graph. And we could keep doing that. If x changes by 3, y changes by 1. If x goes down by 3, y will go down by 1. If x goes down by 6, y will go down by 2. It's that same ratio. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So let me graph it. So it'll look something like,
Ooh,
something like that. And you're done.
that was a good line, hand drawn. That was really good. And it does look like my slope, so yay. My brain was like, I'm not gonna even try to get the answer out of the slope, but he made me look at this change in y and change in x, which actually really is useful. For every 1 change in y, we get 3 changes in x, and that is easily graphable. Graphable. Is that a word? I doubt it. Another article. Fine. Graphing lines with integer slopes. Isn't that what we're doing? What we have done always? So let's graph 2x plus 3. I mean, if I hadn't seen that, I would have graphed it, but it's already there. Why should I waste my ink, you know? Recall that in the general slope-intercept equation, y equals mx plus b, the slope is given by m and the intercept is by b. Therefore, slope is 2 and intercept is 3. Okay. In order to graph a line, we need 2 points on the line. We already know the intercept, correct? We could also get x-intercept. Yeah. But we could also get where x is 1 and then x is 2 and so on. We know the slope. So, we added by the slope. For each x, we get this much y. That's easy. Nice. Do we do, what are we doing? Our y-intercept is -1. Our slope is 3. So 3 changes in y for 1x. Like this. So y went from -1 to 2, and x changed by 1. Oh, nice. That was very nice. Our y-intercept is 5, positive 5. Our change, for one change in x, the y goes down by 4. Right? Right indeed. Okay. Graphing lines with fractional slopes. So fractional slopes annoyed me first, but then I realized we know the equation for slopes, which is not too difficult. As before, we can tell the line passes through y-intercept and through an additional point here. While it's true that the point is not on the line, we can't plot points with fractional. Yeah, it's not as easy. We need a way to find, to change in y and then change in x. So for each 2 changes in y, we get 3 changes in x, basically, like that, indeed. And if we check our understanding and try to solve it to, what is it called? Practice what we preach. We have y being 2, and then the change in y is 3. So 3 positive changes in y, 1, 2, 3, would correspond with 4 positive changes in x. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be it. Whoa. Nice. Here we have the y-intercept being 3. And then this is negative changes. So 3 negative changes in y. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Huh? Would correspond with 2 negative changes in x. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Let's try again. Wait, is one of them negative? Should I say like 3 negative changes in y would correspond to 2 positive changes in x? And also, why is this an intercept looking thingy? Because both of them are 3. So if I do like this, oh wait, it has to be like this because the slope is negative and the other slope looked positive, but this is negative. Huh. Okay, so the sign is not for both of them. Only one of them takes it. I get that. I mean, I get it now, but if I was in one of the questions, I would have for sure gotten it wrong. Exercise time. Let's go. Okay. So, our y-intercept is -7 all the way here. This is a positive thingy, so for how many positive changes in y? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 3. Go to 3. There we go. And then 5 positive changes in x, and we start with 0, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is my graph. Let's check it. Oof. For some reason I was expecting to get it wrong. Okay. Positive 5 for y. And then just a -2 slope. Meaning one change in x corresponds with 2 negative changes in y, like this. And our slope is negative. So our x became 1, y became 3, x became 2, y became 1, so on and so forth. Nice. Y is positive 5, and our change is, you can solve these ones. Yeah, I mean, they are solvable, that's why they can be solved, right? And I need to talk through them. But the other ones, if I go back now, I probably still wouldn't be able to solve it. That's what I think. Yeah. It's just like how much... the word is zabit, but I don't know how to say it in English. Like, it's not controlling the thing. It's like... how much handle you have on the subject. Something like that, you know? Any change, a negative 1 change in y, negative 1 change in y, would correspond with 3 positive changes in x, vice versa. Like you can give the negative to x and keep the y positive. Both of them work, I think. So 1, 2, 3. But like 1 for y, 3 for x. And if I do it vice versa, say 1 for 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, it would be like 3 positive changes for y and 1. No, I have no idea. Okay, let's just do the one that I'm comfortable with, which is 1 negative change for y, 3 positive changes for x. Does it matter which one is negative and which one is positive? We have positive 7 y intercept and a negative 3, so y goes down by 1, 2, 3, and x increases by 1. And this is a negative slope. Nice. And we get to the article. I don't want to do more articles, I swear. Okay, if it's just a review, I'm not gonna do it because I want to do this. Yeah. What are we doing currently? Okay, practice. Fine, I'll do the practice. Graph this equation. Y is negative 1. This one is more fancy. This graph thingy. Our change in y is like negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do halves. Whoa, that's crazy. And then 1 positive change in x would be that. Nice. Next question. Negative 4 again. And 2 changes in y positively, 1, 2, would correspond with 3 positive changes in x. Cool, nice. And quiz time. Okay. You're already a proficient. There are no more levels to reach. Yeah, but I still need to. I would still do the quiz though. It's on the way. It's a hurdle that I need to pass. Sheesh. Can't a gal just know something? Positive 2. And then 3 positive changes for y. So that would be a 5. And 4 positive changes for x. Thank you. Oh, Quinn, hi. Is that what is oh, now it's warm. Okay. So when Quinn got home, because last time Quinn was in a 15 degrees Celsius place, and now it's a 42. So it seems like Quinn moved from Iraq to I don't know, somewhere that is warm. So how fast did the temperature drop by? If I say 0.7, is that correct, or should I say negative 0.7? Because the question is saying how fast it dropped. Honestly, I'm not sure what it wants, because if I say our slope is negative and it's 0.7, but if someone says how much did the temperature drop, there's only one way of knowing, absolutely, and I'm gonna check. But like if in conversation someone said how fast is the temperature dropping, you would say like by 2 degrees. You won't say negative 2. So I'm gonna check, expect it to say wrong, and then get a bonus question. Oh yeah, see? It doesn't drop by negative, it just drops by the number. Yeah, exactly, you were right, Coffee. It's okay, I'll get the bonus question. Our slope is 1. Our slope is 1. So by 4, you just go like 5 and then basically like this. If slope is positive 1, this has to be it, right? Nice. Rachel is a stunt driver, and she's escaping from a building that is about to explode. Am I losing my voice? Why do I feel like I'm losing my voice? Is it back? Sort of. My voice is sort of back. No, not really. Anyway, so Rachel's distance in meters in seconds. How long is the I'm gonna read it again. Rachel is a stunt driver and she's escaping from a building that is about to explode. D is the distance remaining in meters. So she's in a high building. She's jumping. I thought she's a driver. Oh no, she's not jumping. She's driving out of a building that is exploding. How long is the distance? How long is the distance Rachel has to drive? So I'm guessing this answer says D is the remaining distance in meters. She has to drive the 220. Right? It's not how long it will be. It's just how long is the distance they need to drive. Please be correct. I cannot afford to have another gray. Thank you. We start from 8, positive 8, and then we go down by 4, and then x goes 3. That is my slope. Thank you. Yay. Purple remained purple. That's it. I'm not going to do more. We just did good, and that's good. Great, great, lovely. So apparently, yeah. Huh? Oh, well, yeah, I got it at 80% because I got one wrong. But apparently, quizzes are things that help your color go up. Oh, hi, Gamma. What's up? Hello to you too. So quizzes are seen as things that help your color go up, and unit tests also help your color go up. So it's like you don't need to take it. That feels weird. Writing slope intercept equation. Oh, so you get an equation and you have to turn it into slope intercept style. I like it. Can I be a little annoying and just take this quiz for no reason without taking the video and just see if I know what it's trying to do? I'll be annoying for like 5 minutes. Because I don't even know what it wants, but I just want to see if I can figure it out. If not, that is totally fine for me. Anu Miha. Cool. Is mowing lawns for a summer job. For every mowing job she charges, initial fee is the intercept. Come on. So we have a plus 10. And the constant fee for each hour of work. Right. Her fee for a 5-hour job, for instance, is oh, you're late to class. It's okay. We haven't read attendance yet. We are learning about just slope intercept form of y equals mx plus b. Yeah. And we're drilling it into our brain. So I basically need to divide this by 5 to be able to write the equation, right? Because it's like 5 times a number that got us to 35. And is that 7? Wait, let me try. Yeah, it's 7. Okay. I had to do 5 for each finger just to get there, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Ah, that's 7. So 7x plus 10 is my equation. Let's check. Uh-oh. Why? Why? Huh. Oh no! I realize I need to take 10 out of this. Hold up, let me try again before I get more. So 10, take 10 out of this, it's 25. So the answer is 5x plus 10. That was the total. Okay, try again. All right. Can I extract numbers from this? Our change in y and change in x is the first thing I need. So let's get that. Oh, hi, Hyperlith? Hyperlith? Hi, first time chatter. What does your name mean? Does it mean anything? Search for a math live stream and found you. Thank you. You have heard a calling and you're here. I mean, it's not high math, but it's just math enough for it to be called math, you know? Because like there are people doing actual math. Someone shared one with me. Is it called? It has to do with the name Sherlock Holmes, but I don't remember exactly the name of the streamer. And like they're doing actual math, like solving stuff and explaining stuff. I'm just here struggling through questions, basically. Whichever you like. So the change in y, oh god, oh, it's still a line. Go back to a brush. There we go. Our change in y divided by change in x. So our slope is 1 minus -8. And then 2 minus 5. So that one is a 9. And that one is a -3. So we got -9, 3. Do I need to make this smaller? Yes, I can. I can just say -3. Right? -3. So my equation now would be, oh, I need to get y-intercept. So I have the slope of -3x. And my y-intercept would be y and y. So we have y1. For every one change in x, we get 3 changes in y. How do I get x? How do I get y to be 0? Ah, name doesn't have much meaning. Oh, that's cute. Came up with it when you were 11. Wait, how old are you? Probably, yeah. Gamer tag. Yeah. Like just the internet name that you came up with, right? At least 11, that's for sure. I mean, I would like to think my streams are PG-13. Well, at least G, actually. I would rate them G most of the time. But I think I would feel weird if a child was watching it. Not negatively, just like, I don't want to entertain a child, you know? That takes a lot of energy. I swear I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying generally. Because kids require entertaining. In my experience. So, if I make changes in this y, hold up. I could just start. Can I start by saying, I don't know how to get y. I mean, I need to watch the videos, obviously. But we have the case where y is 1. This is 8. I cannot get this down to 0. Like, if y is 0. No, if x is 0. Oh, if x is 0. Oh, I can do that. Oh, okay. So for that to go down by, like, when you are 1, this would be -2. And then when you are 0, this would be -5. And is that our intercept? So -3x minus 5 is our final answer. I was wondering if people would be interested in someone studying and searching for physics live. Ooh, 20. Hi. Oh, for sure. I don't know if you know about she's an astrophysicist, not just physics, but like Syzygy? Alter is her name. Altair. Altair. There we go. I was able to write her name. Nice. She's a astrophysics. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Momo. She's a physics astrophysicist person, and you could look her up, probably even on Twitch. Let me see if I can give you the URL. But like, she's far more entertaining than me. Yep. Far more. Oh God, what did I? Wait, what? What did I just see? What did I just see? Oh God, I can hear myself again. She has me on as like people to watch. What? Oh, that's so kind. Ah. Used to stream games when I was ooh. I mean, I suppose depends. Yeah, it is not as easy to move viewers from one side to the other, but a percentage might come with you. Maybe a small percentage, but some people might, which is nice. It's like making new friends. Yeah, that's really sweet. I'm gonna message her about it. And probably set up my own people to watch when I'm not live. That was really kind. -3x minus 5. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that and see if it's correct. Check. Oh, wrong. Okay. Okay, I need to watch the videos. So I got that part right. My slope is correct. Going down 7? Twitch or YouTube is better for this kind of content? Good question. I would say both, because multi-streaming is allowed, and there are platforms that help you with that. Like, I use Restream, but there are platforms that require more configuration that you could use. And yeah, like, you could just try it out and see what works. I know Syzygy started from, Z, you can just call her Z, started out from YouTube and then moved to Twitch after like a few months. Moved to as in she started doing multi-streaming. So whatever is comfortable for you. Maybe you don't want to multi-stream first because maybe it requires too much energy, like just setting things up. Whatever works. But yeah. I'm gonna leave this. Okay. I want to leave this quiz because plug-in points. Oh, I should have done that. What's your goal with education, by the way? Great question. So for me, it's mostly I'm the one learning, like I am learning live versus teaching. Because some people, oh, no. I am mostly done for today. Like, it's okay. Could you share the website link in chat? Person from YouTube, are you asking about Khan Academy? I can happily share the Khan Academy link in chat, but I feel like if I share the current thing I have, it's a weird link. So here you go. It's a very long link. Oh, wow, it's too long. Okay, I'm just gonna take you as far as linear algebra. You can go. Just algebra. Yeah, you can go the rest of the way. Answer to hyperlith. um, I'm the one learning live instead of teaching. Some people do the actual teaching as if it's like a lecture, which is amazing. It is it takes up more prep. For me, I'm just coming in doing the thing. But for me, the goal is be more comfortable with math because I'm not, so that I am more comfortable with like ML related stuff, machine learning and AI, quote unquote. Because my ultimate goal is to be able to apply for a PhD program, but not anytime this year for sure. I don't have the capacity. Yeah, and by capacity I mean I have a full-time job. I cannot do a full-time job, and I don't want to. At least I don't want to. All right. Current chapter link. Okay, let me try. If we go to Unit 5, and I can send you this link, that would work. You better hurry. I think it might crash. Huh? Everything might crash before then? That is very likely. That is very likely. Here's the thing. There's going to be another AI winter. Who knows when? But like, it's going to happen. And then when we come out of that, I'll be the billionaire. God, I would never want to be a billionaire. Yeah. I do like to think, I do like to see. First of all, I need to be able to do this, inserting the points back. We had the Y, we were missing the B, and I didn't clock that. I'm angry about that one. It's +7? It's +7. Interesting. AI is going to send us back to 1800s. Oh, I love that. I'll be one of the Bennett sisters. Nah, I'm gonna be Jane Eyre. Nah, I don't know. I'll be one of the girls. We'll see. Apparently, Nvidia / Jensen has been backtracking on putting money into AI. OpenAI, that's the thing. Interesting. Do people talk with you about math? I wonder if me learning difficult math would alien. Oh no, I don't. Learning. I should just try streaming. Good point. Overthinking is just part of the deal. Don't worry. Okay, so I am going to answer you, but I needed to click this. So, would you be learning difficult math, or would you be learning and like solving stuff? Is it learning and or teaching? That's the question first, because I don't know. I know people who teach have probably more viewers than people who learn, in the way I see it. Am I a software engineer? Question on the YouTube side. By the way, user YB3YC, may I ask how I can call you? Because if I just call you user, is that not weird? I can just call you user if that feels okay for you. Technically, I have the credentials for software engineer because I have a master's in software engineering, and I have worked as a software engineer in the past. My current role is not a software engineer. So is that a yes or no? I have no idea. I have been a software engineer before. And I am not comfortable with the current frameworks and technology that exists, so I don't think I'm comfortable enough to apply for a software engineering job, but I could easily, I don't know, like I don't feel comfortable, but I could easily be a manager because I understand how to solve problems. But I don't think I could be a current dev. I'm too out of it, in my opinion. I'm far more comfortable with data science related work. Yeah. Are you hiring? Look at me, I'm here just enjoying solving math problem. Aww. I mean, depends. You will just find people that are weird like you, which is just the loveliest thing ever. I think I'd mostly be learning and then applying for That for physics research. But if someone less experienced, with physics asks something in chat, I could explain it. That's the point, though. That's so lovely. People interested in physics, not okay. I think if you are able to, if you have time, creating short content from you explaining something difficult, when someone asks a question in chat, would actually help you find more people, right? But yeah, you just need to start off and be comfortable with talking to yourself, basically. Because like I have streamed to 0 viewers for months, and that's okay. It happens. You just need to exude. Is that the correct word? The type of energy that attracts people that are like you, which is, like I said, the loveliest thing ever. Our y-intercept is +3. Our slope looks like, for sure, yeah. Our slope looks like, for every 1 change in x, we get, I wouldn't call it 2 changes, but for every 2 change in x, we get 1, 2, 3 changes in y. For every 2 change in x, we get 3 changes in y, so 3 divided by 2 is our slope. 3, so -3 by 2. Yes, I got one correct by myself. Ooh, thank you. I exude a relaxing vibe. Thank you. It's too early in the morning for me to exude any sort of other energy. Yeah. Thank you, user. You did not tell me what to call you, so I'll just start calling you nice because you wrote nice. Haha. That's funny, right? I'm funny, right? That was loud. Sorry, my bad.
Hyperleaf just followed. CL welcomes you.
Welcome, and thank you for the follow. Please let us know if you start streaming again, so that based on our capacity, we'd like to support you, like join the stream and stuff like that. See how it goes. I remember back in my day when Z first appeared in chat and she was like, I'm planning to stream. That was lovely. I am happy to be everybody's like aunt, you know, like you guys are the children and I'll be the older sister. But yeah, aunt or older sister, whichever you're comfortable with. So we're back with Rachel. She escapes from a building that's about to explode. She drove to get to the safe zone at 24 meters per second, so that's 24x. After 4 seconds of driving, she was 70 meters away. Now, I'm not going to make the mistake. Man, you stream early. I know. Wait, what is your time zone? Onni. Onni of the STEM. Yes! I am the Onni of the STEM streaming people. Hold up. Dazai Ali. I actually prefer to call you Ali, but if not, let me know. Are we in the same time zone? 9:45 is early. Okay, we're in similar time zones. It's currently 8:45 for me, so yeah. And I've been streaming for 1:45 minutes. But I swear I'm not trying to say I'm cool because I wake up early. That's literally the opposite definition of cool. I just waking up early is absolutely not nice, but it helps me. If I wake up early, I can stream, and if I can stream, I learn stuff, and I can talk to cool people, all of that, you know? It's Saturday and no college. Anything before 12 is early. Yeah, but for you. Like if I wake up at after 9 any day, I just mess up my whole schedule. Like before 9, okay, it's a day that I got to sleep in. But anything after 9, I get headaches and groggy and all of that. So I'm old, you're young. Have fun. So first, after 4 seconds of driving, she was 70 meters away from the safe zone. Why is distance in meters? Complete the equation for the relationship between distance and after 4 seconds of driving. So what we have is a point on our graph. No. Yes. We have x and y. So we're going to put x and y back. So we have 4 and 70. We have a slope of 24. If we do y equals mx plus b, our y is 70, our m is 24, our x is 4, and we're missing b, right? That's where we are. What is 4 times 24? 80, wait. 4 times 4 is 16. Is it 96? 4 times 24? Oh, wow, nice. So that's 96. And if I take it to that side, I would get negative 96, and the 70 is here, and that's a B. Take away 70 from 96, do we get 16? 70 minus 96. Oh no, 26. B is negative 26. Is that correct? I am not sure. Negative 26. Oh god, it wasn't correct. Come on. Okay, I for sure need to watch the videos. Do I need to take something out of the 70? No, it's a point. Isn't it? See, the 4 and 70 is a point. It's negative 24? Uh-oh. Wait, let me try again. Oh no, still not correct. Okay. YouTube gave you a default name. It didn't change it. Oh, okay. YB3YC. YC is okay. 3YC. YB3YC. It rolls nice. Huh? Oh, we're doing change. We're not putting it back in. We're doing the change. Okay, that also works. Because we want intercept, and intercept means x is 0. Fine. So the final answer is 166. Well, I wouldn't have gotten there, ever. And is it positive? It's positive. Whew, different ball game. Okay, I'm gonna watch the videos. Sure. This is the last one I'm gonna try. Because I probably need to go in 10 minutes. So we have 2 numbers. What can we get out of those? We can get our slope for our mx plus b. Oh god, why does the b look like this? We can get our slope. Change in y, change in x. Difference between those two. Let's not overdo it with the estimation. Okay, I'm gonna say 5 minus negative 8 divided by 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4. So what we have is 13 divided by 4. Hold up, let me do the hand thingy. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, got it. What else do we want? So change the difference between these numbers, 13 and 4. This is our y. This is our x. If we want y to be 0, No, we want x to be 0. This is where we would have the change. Take this down by 4. So we go -4. Then we would need to have a -13. Those would be 0. -8 and -13 is 21. 8 plus 13 is indeed 21. I thought... Okay, so -21. So we have 13 divided by 4, x minus 21. Do I need to put it back in the equation? No, I'm just gonna eyeball it and get it wrong. 13 divided by 4, 13 divided by 4, divided by x minus 21. Oh god, what did I do here? What happened? How do I... Oh, okay. X minus 21. Oh, nice. Huh. Didn't expect that. It's okay. Because I just started from nothing. And now I have one where I'm familiar with. Isn't that nice? I leveled up once. And then I'm gonna watch the videos in the next stream. Tune in next to see if I make more mistakes or not. Yes. Okie doke. So. A win is a win. I know, that's progress indeed. Have a great week. Samesies. Yeah, I was able to stream 2 days this week. How cool is that? My plan for the rest of the week is to give focus to that paid course as much as I can. It is me emergency mode. Thanks. Have a nice weekend. Yeah, it is actual weekend for you guys. It's Saturday. And yeah, anyone who's a weekend, have a great weekend. And what else is there? It is mid-February. It is 14th of February, if anyone cares. I don't really care. I mean, the guy who's this is named after was probably a good guy. So there's that. Samesies, yeah, same. Happy whatever day you celebrate. He was probably a good guy because he was, taking care of people. Right? Yeah. So I will be on emergency mode to do my best and have progress in that paid course. And in the meantime, I will see you during the week with probably hopefully short content. I'll try. Wish me luck. Thank you for being here. Now I'm gonna read attendance. So I mean, okay, ReadyBot already did their attendance. User YB3C on the YouTube side. If you're here, say I. And then we have I think we started the chat with Momo. So Momo's here. Coffee, I see you. Question, if I call you by Ali or if I call you by something else, let me know. You're here. And Gamma's here. Yay! I'm not sure if Hyperlith is still here or not, but thank you for being here. Ali is okay. That's my name. Lovely. That's a lovely name. But I don't know what the first part is supposed to mean. We here. Yeah. Okay. I sometimes ask too many prodding questions, and if anyone feels uncomfortable, please let me know. Because it's like I'm like, I want to know about you guys. Ooh, it's an anime character. See, I didn't know that. Whoa. From what? Bungo Stray Dogs? That is a cool anime character. I love the style. It reminds me of Spy X Family, but like the dad. Bye, family. Okie doke. Thank you. We read attendance. Thank you for being here, and thank you for motivating me to learn, because otherwise I probably wouldn't. I wish you a lovely rest of your day / week. I am on other platforms if anyone is curious. You can find me if you want. Thank you for being here, and thank you. Thank you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Don't feel obliged that you have to be here every stream, but if you're here, I would love to have you. Okay. And I'm gonna go to the end screen. If there's anything, let me know. Otherwise, goodbye. No action points from my side for the time being. Bye-bye.